shadows keep attacking. Little children crying. Confusion of this anger. I don't know what it could be, but you drive me crazy. Oh, your cunning tricks make me sick. You won't have it your own way. Can't hold on much longer. I will never let go. I know it's a one-way track. Tell me now how long this will last. I'm not gonna think this way. When I count on others, close my eyes and feel it burn. Now I see what I've gotta do. Open your heart and you will stay. Yeah! Woo! People of cyberspace land, what is going on? How is everybody doing on this day of the week? What is up, Will? What is up, Seth? Where's my mouse? And Elijah? And any lurkers out there in cyberspace land, how's it going? It is so great to see you all on this day of the week. Yeah, nobody pinched me. I'm not wearing any green at all. Zero green is being worn by my person. Oh my goodness gracious. Is that something that needs to be pinned? It is crazy pants how that just happens from time to time. That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. How's everybody doing on this day of winter/spring? I don't even know what season it is anymore. It was literally just 80 degrees, and now I have space heaters and hoodies. And then in a few days, it will be 80 degrees again. I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. But here we are. You know, we're just rolling with it. We're just doing the thing. I appreciate that, Will. I greatly, mega, super, ultra, megazord appreciate that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Especially some of those older songs. Especially some of them older ones that people may not know a whole lot about. My new plants are comfortably waiting in the garage for it. Yes, I understand. I have some mulching to do at some point in the next few weeks, so that is on my agenda. Last week was weird because it was like everything was deceased outside, and then all of a sudden I went outside one day and there was just greenery growing all over the place. So I had to do a little bit of cleanup on Saturday. Now it's winter again, but I'm sure probably in the next couple of days when it's spring once again, things will resume,
as per usual, activities and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, what are we doing here? Before we get started, I don't have any Happy Meals to. I don't have any. I don't have any. I know that's crazy. That's preposterous even. So, woo indeed. But woo without Happy Meals. So I was gonna, but we can't start the stream without a little bit of show and tell, right? So this is something that I acquired last week, actually. My buddy Eric. So I haven't really talked about. I've talked about this here and there, but this is something that I've been looking for quite a while. This is a Nokia N-Gage, and my buddy Eric sent me. Yes, my buddy Eric sent me a Facebook Marketplace listing for this Nokia N-Gage, and it was a pretty great price, and it came with lots of like different accessories and things like that. But yeah, so this is a Nokia smartphone. So here's kind of my history with the Nokia smartphone nonsense. So way back in the day, this would have been probably like 2002 was when I got my first Nokia smartphone. 2000, maybe 2003. Yeah, probably more like 2003 was when I got my first Nokia smartphone. But when everybody else was using Motorola Razrs and all that, that craze, I was using Nokia smartphones. So the big thing for me was being able to play, run emulators on these phones and play Sega Genesis games. So I can play Sonic 2 wherever the heck I am, because that's pretty cool, right? But yeah, so and actually my first Nokia smartphone, let's see, what was it? A Nokia 3360? No, not 3360. That's just a regular phone. Frick, I don't remember what the heck it was. Nokia smartphone with rotary dial. This one looked weird. The real every dude, what is going on? How's it going? It's so great to see you on this day of the week. How are you doing today? 3650? Nokia 3650? Is that it? 3650? No, not that, frick. 3650. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me whip this out and show it off to you guys. This is probably not going to work. Oh my good gravy pants all over my face and my toes. It actually worked. This was my first Nokia smartphone right here. This contraption. Good grief, what is happening? How to there we go. Oh frick farts. Okay, anyway, look at that. So that. Yes, this was my first Nokia smartphone. It was interesting getting used to this button layout here, especially, having used a regular phone to do all text messaging, all that stuff, all that nonsense. So this was kind of weird to get used to, but you will notice a very similar UI to this one here. So this is called Symbian OS. I was, in fact, Will. I wasn't as fast as some of my friends because I actually, my parents did not pay for unlimited text messages until several years later when I finally convinced them to. So we only, what was it, like after 9 p.m. or something, you could text. At some point after 9 p.m. it was unlimited. So that was cool. But until that, it was like, I think I had like 200 text messages or something like that. So 200 a month. And that's sent and received is sharing that number. So yeah, that whole thing. But yeah, anyway, so I started going down this Nokia smartphone rabbit hole here, starting with the Nokia 3650. And getting the Nokia N-Gage here kind of spawns this like... I this weird, strange, like new collecting thing where it'd be cool to get these phones again and do absolutely nothing with them. But yeah, that's the way my brain works. I have a hardware addiction. We've talked about this before. I have a lot of hardware I don't need. But anyway, so yeah, I got this phone. It had for the time, it had a pretty decent camera on it, and I could play Sega Genesis games on this phone. And this melted my pants off, like literally turned my pants into liquid. Like it was pretty cool. And so I went down this path of, and I got this phone on eBay. Okay, the Nokia 5110. Let's see, 5110. Oh yeah, look at that boy. I'm pretty sure my parents had this phone because they did let me use this a phone that looked very similar to this one time when I went to the mall. They gave me a phone. They dropped me off at the mall and left me with. I'm pretty sure it was a phone like this. So anyway, yeah. So I had the yellow skin. Nice, very cool. Yeah, the one that I had I used, it had a leather pouch. I think what was my first phone was the 33. I forgot. 33 something. 3310. Similar to this. We're going down the phone rabbit hole here. 3320. 3360. It was a 3360. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, this was my first phone. My first cell phone was this one. And I had several different shells, different swappable cases for it, the whole shebang. So, but yeah, this was my first phone. Most useless pouch ever. If you dropped that phone, you would damage the exactly. But yeah, so I started going down, and Nokia made all of these crazy phones. Like they were really innovative with phone designs back then. Most people, remember these types of phones here, the like brick, or what do they call them? Like candy bar phones. But Nokia made all kinds of wild stuff. This flip phone with the full-sized keyboard. I had a friend that had that one. And then like looking at this gigantic thing here. Can I move? Oh, yes. Okay. So, let's see. Let me see. Okay, so the one that I just showed you guys, that was my first one. And then I started going down this path of I would sell the phone, not to mention they're destructible, exactly. I would get a new phone on eBay, and I would sell the one that I have to like mostly pay for the new one. So I was basically getting a new phone like every 6 months and just like doing slight. They were pretty decent upgrades here and there. It was because they didn't all run the exact same operating system. It was Symbian OS, but there was like a newer version that had like a few extra features or whatever. It wasn't like now where you get a phone and it's supported for several years and they add features to it and whatever. It was like the phone kind of is locked into whatever you buy it. Like you could, I don't even remember if I ever did an upgrade on the phone, but anyway, long story short, this 6600 here, this phone, this may have been the one that I got after the one that I just showed you guys with the weird rotary dial looking thing. And this phone is basically the same as the Nokia N-Gage. So, except obviously it's not in the form of it. It's not like a handheld console like this. So what I did was I got this phone, the 6600, and you could get the game ROMs that ran on this, and you could put them on that phone, and you could play the games. So that was cool. The only weird thing is obviously based on the way the screen orientation is here, you're basically holding it like this was like kind of like a little nub here, the little like joystick looking thing. So you're like kind of holding the phone like really weird like this, and you know, if you've played games on a phone like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you're kind of like holding it, overlapping your hands like this. But anyway, that phone ran the same games as this phone. But the only difference is this one, obviously, the orientation is like horizontal like this, and you could get game cartridges that would plug into this thing, and they would have you know, different games that you could play. And this phone actually came with a memory card with a bunch of different things on it. There was like a whole library of games. It wasn't enormous, not an enormous library of games, but you know, there was a chunk of games that you could play on this thing. And so there was a port of Sonic Advance, the Game Boy Advance game, to the Nokia N-Gage. And so yeah. So you could have your phone, you know, using it like this, and then once you're done using your phone like that, kablam, kablooski. You have you have a video game system in your pocket. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, this is actually the second release of the N-Gage. This is the QD, the N-Gage QD. There is an original release of the N-Gage that I have not used, but it's a little bit bigger than this. I think this one's a little bit more attractive. So yeah, that. Also would kill for another piece of technology in the modern era that had the near and 100%. There's like the at the Nintendo store in New York, there is a Game Boy on display that made it through a fire, and it's like all melted and
You've got mail.
Yes, it's all melted and destroyed, but it still works, and it's still on and active. The Smithsonian exhibit of the evolution of phones and cell phones. That would be cool. I'd actually love to see that. That'd be super cool to see. Reminds me of the horrible piece of junk that is the Nokia. This right here is in fact the Nokia N-Gage. So there you go. But yeah, I never had the N-Gage. I just had the 6600 that could play the N-Gage games. And then from there were a handful of other Nokia smartphones that I ended up getting along the way that none of them are on this list here. But, you know, I'd kind of slowly upgrade them over time and all that stuff. So it was an interesting situation where I was able to do that. And it was so funny because when I finally did buy a new phone through AT&T, which it was actually singular when the last time I got my phone. When I did finally eventually get my new phone, it said I had, I don't remember which one it was. It was basically this phone. It was kind of like this. Man, we could just go down a serious rabbit hole. Anyway, whatever. It looked kind of like this one. It was basically an upgraded version of this, but it was in color. It didn't do anything super crazy, but it had like a color screen, and that was like the last phone that I had gotten on from the actual cell phone store. Beyond that, I was buying them all on eBay and selling them, and all that stuff. So anyway. So yeah, that's the Nokia N-Gage here. So pretty cool to add that to the collection here. And I'm gonna do some. I need to do a bit of cleanup on here. I'm gonna take it apart and clean it up a little bit and whatever. But I might get a new shell for it. I actually just printed this stand for it last night. I might get a new shell for it. We'll see. But just need to take it apart and do some cleaning and kind of explore the library a little bit, and maybe start collecting some of these games. So mega shout out to my buddy Eric for cluing me into this Facebook Marketplace deal. I was really hoping to find one at like a convention or something like that, but it just And I didn't want to just grab one on eBay because I could have done that. I wanted to kind of like remotely find it in the wild a little bit. But the deal was just, it was so good. I couldn't, I would not find it for the price, condition, whatever. So anyway, so that's the show and tell for the evening. But what is the other thing we're here to do today? Here today to do is to play Spyro the Freaking Dragon on the Sony PlayStation 1 entertainment system. And this needs no introduction because we've already been doing this. So we're just going to hurl our body parts into this video game right here as we speak. Look at that. Let's connect our controller. Let me flip my body around. Let me know if the audio sounds okay. Last week at the beginning of the stream, it was total and complete chaos. And so yeah. You know how I said it was the last straw? It was the last straw. And I redid some stuff on the back end. So it did in fact make things more solid, but yeah, if you guys are hearing anything weird, please let me know. It may in fact be accidental, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
On February 25th, 2025, Michael K. said, "I'm going to keep on doing the buttery things."
Side note, man, when I was testing all the audio for the stream after I made those changes, the amount of golden quotes that I encountered along the way that did not play on this stream, that I have never heard play on this stream before, was pretty great. And I'm pretty wounded that it was just for me here in this room by myself. So I apologize for that. But I can indeed confirm there are some gems in there. Some absolute gems. I was touched. Ugh. Emerald, what is going on? How's it going? It's so phenomenal to see you on this day of the week. Why is your arm so big? Unsure what... Are you confused about what flavor of hand you have? Do you just have two giant fingers? Okay. Kind of seems that is the case. Yeah. Fool. What do we do here? Look at that. I was touched again. Come on now. How's everybody's week been going so far? This weird spring-winter week. Actually, more like winter-spring week. Frick. These individuals are very aggressive. Let's bump that up. Let me bump her up. There she is. The only problem with mixing something that you are actively doing in the process of doing is that, especially when you're mixing something involving your voice, like obviously I'm hearing like resonance of my voice in my head and all kinds of stuff. So, and yeah, I don't even know. So yeah, it can be, can be a little weird. Fantastic. That's excellent. Excellent to hear. Do not touch. All right. We have not done anything in this place, right? Is that correct? That is correct. We have gotten one dragon in here. Whoa, what are you? What are you? Why are you like that? Are you freaking out? Should I freak out? What? I'm sorry, what? What the? What are we doing? I didn't know you could charge into those gem containers. I always use fire on them. I didn't know you could use fire on them. I really like in this game. I think it's very well designed in that it's like you have two ways that you can attack enemies, right? But you got to kind of decide. You got to figure out which one is the right one for the situation, right? So it's pretty cool. Timer guy moves the platform. Oh, I see now. Whoop. Put me in, coach. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Is this mushroom trying to push me off the side of this video game? Melted. Let's do a little Savvy McSaberson here.
On August 19th, 2025, Michael K. said, "Take that in your tailpipe, friend."
Friend. Oh, boy. Pardon me. Ooh, I can put here. Look at us go. Look at us go. Speaking of going, the next song is literally like 97% complete. I've got to go back and make a couple little fine tweaks. And it'll be wrapped up. So members, you will be getting a message. Yes, you will be getting a message soon. Probably in the next couple of days. Almost definitely in the next couple of days. With a preview of said song. Whoa! So that's cool. And then I got to get the whole gang together to film a video. So the goal is for the video to be out by beginning of April. So that's the goal. Fingers crossed. That startled me. I apologize. All right. Oh. Okay, that's pretty cool. So they have different things that they do depending on like what area they're in. Good luck with this stage. That's what I like to hear. That is the kind of encouragement that I need in my life. Whoa, I was touched. Yep, just like that. Look at that.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Indeed. The what? Have a lot of points to plan on using them. I love that. Love that. Whoa, look at you. Whoa, whoa, that was an arrow. Yeah, how do you feel about that? Flame on, baby. Yeah. Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah. No. Yeah, take it. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Yep. Yeah, get out of here. Wow, I was slayed by something. Do not shoot me with your that. Thanks. Keep that out of there. No! Wow, that was a bold strategy. No! What? Get out of you freaking monster.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
One could say that it did, in fact, pay off. Not for me, though. Why won't this go into my mouth? Good grief. Okay. All right. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Just blast off? Do not touch. Do not pass go. Okay. No! Oh, no. That's... Whoa. Remember it well. That's great. I'm glad it left such a lasting impression on you. Okay. What? Get out of here. Bro, this brother! What? What? Yep. Okay. I see how this is going to be. Get these freaking mushrooms out of my general vicinity. Okay. Is this guy going to do something? Is he going to shift? Should I just Leroy this? I think I'm going to Leroy it. Or I'm going to Leroy it. I was eating. Oh, no. Holy frick, the controller just screwed up. Oh, my good gravy. Everybody calm down. Everybody stop freaking out. Dadgummit. Bro, I'm having like some major issue here at my desk. Oh no. Hang on. Everybody calm down. Don't freak out. Off. On. Oh no. Do not tell me I have to go repair this because I did something stupid. I think a guy may
On
have
May
done something
27th,
stupid.
2025, Michael K. said, when in doubt, use your toast quotes.
That's what I'm saying. Frick, I need to go repair this. Everybody just hold your water for a second.
That is one big pile of...
One-half teaspoon for fast, effective relief.
Okay. Great. Great. Okay, where the heck am I? Yeah, anyway, I have something weird is happening around in my desk area. This is the beauty of having
You didn't say the magic word.
It's been a long time since somebody's done that one, actually. Everything's busted is all I was saying. Everything is busted. All right. All right. You freaking fool. Look at that. I needed that. You're welcome. You're welcome, Will. You're most welcome. I'm glad to provide. Okay, we're making progress here. How many lives do I have? None. The answer is 0, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I think I finally fixed the help link a couple weeks ago. So whoa! Look at these cute little puppy dogs. Heh. Brother. You fool! Yep, got him. Straight up got. Consider yourself gotted. No. Easy. Easy. This level is definitely a lot more aggressive than previous levels. Give me that Chaos Emerald. Thanks. No. Look at that. Look at that. You're darn tootin'. You're straight up tootin'. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a Savvy McSaverson. No. Oh, wow. Well, I cannot fathom that that is not already a freaking sound effect. We should add that right now. In all honesty, it would take me about 5 minutes. No. Come on now. Get on out of there. Okay. Okay, so I guess let me oh, there is a child of the cat variety. Imagine playing a song and someone hits that music while you're actually... that would be rough. That'd be quite rough. Do-do-do. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, an orphan in October. Yes. Let's do a little one of these shenanigans here. Heck. How to use this thing? I don't even know. Oh no! Yep. As you can see, my space heater behind me here, because it is winter once again, probably at least for another day or two. Who are you? Yeah, I've been trying to... I'm always... For some reason, it's like this whole stream revolves around October. I've been trying to figure out what we're going to do in October. But I'm leaning towards... There is a newer 3D Five Nights at Freddy's game. Are you freaking kidding me? Mimic something. I just actually totally forgotten what it's called. But we will probably play that. I don't think there are any more like 2D ones for us to play. Secret of the Mimic. That's right. That's what I was thinking in my head, but for some reason I thought that sounded weird. But, you know, here we are. Here we are. She doesn't know where she wants to be. Bye. Yeah. Take that. Okay. Whoopoo. Get on out of here. Yep. Some of that action. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Give me that shroom. Give it to me. Yep. Yep. Where'd that other butterfly go? Freaking unbelievable. Wait, what? What just happened? What did this fairy do? What are we doing here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Should I light you up? Why are you here? Dad freaking gummit. Security Breach was so good last year. Like, the story was kind of blah. Most of the action sequences were not really too intense, but the visual effects. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of depth there. In the story and everything, but like the visuals were just so. I mean, it wasn't like a super graphically impressive game, but for what it is, the graphics, the visuals were just very well done and very well thought out. And I just really appreciated being in that area and just walking around in that area and imagining that I was actually there. Like, that would be sweet, super sweet to play in VR. Your hacker alias is breaking my brain. Everarded Gaming, Everard. Please, how do you say your name? I apologize. What is going on? How's it going? It's so great to see you. I don't know why the spelling of your name is breaking my brain. I apologize, but hopefully you're doing well. Please educate me on how to pronounce your hacker alias there. Everard Ed. Gotcha. Very cool. Well, it is excellent to see you. Hopefully you're doing well today. All good. I understand. I generally appreciate all caps in the right context. I think it's actually hilarious. but for some reason, it was just breaking my brain. VR would be amazing on the game. Absolutely. I actually would be pretty curious to look that up and see if there is some kind of like VR mod for that game, because I'd be totally into that. There is a VR Five Nights at Freddy's game that I have not played. Help Wanted, I think, is the one that's VR. I keep going back and forth on if I could actually handle playing VR for 3 hours. You know, it may be one of those things where I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. But I know that it would punish me in ways that only a VR experience could punish me. So there's that. All right, Emerald. We'll catch you later. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. And if you come back, then all good. We'll see you when you get back. But if not, have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we'll see you soon. Freaking... Okay. Whoop. All right. Let's get down to business here. Let's get down to business. Give me that. I just love how sometimes you randomly get a life. I feel like they're fairly generous with lives in this game. Do not. Okay. Yep, just like that. Bingo. Yidda-da-da-da-da. Yep. Okay. We are collecting fairies before our eyes. How many fairies does a guy need? Do I need to go higher? According to the machine, Security Breach does not have an official VR, but there's a PC mod requires a powerful setup. Thank you, Everard Ed. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hang out for a bit if you got some time. We just try to keep things chill. Try to keep things chill around here. In the midst of chaos. Sometimes chaos does occur. That is unavoidable. But yeah, we do live streams every Tuesday evening. We play some random game. Right now we're playing through Spyro. Want to try to play through the whole game, so that's a thing. And we also do music. We also do some tunes here. So we do chip metal. So that is basically metal drums and guitar mixed with sounds from retro video game hardware like the Commodore 64, the NES, the Game Boy, the Sega Genesis. Just kind of all of the above, all mixed together in harmonious fashion. Whoa! Okay. Wow, there are a lot of fairies that a guy needs to free. All right, let's go back up and away, I suppose. I don't know. Am I supposed to land on this? Am I supposed to shoot my nose flames? Stampam40, what is going on? How's it going? It's so great to see you on this day of the week. Hopefully you're doing well. Are the Spyro games better than Crash Bandicoots? So this is something that we do need to settle. This is definitely. I do feel like they are kind of two different. They're both like 3D adventure style games, but I feel like Spyro's a little bit more free roaming than Crash is. Crash is a little bit more straightforward and linear. So definitely very different. Freaking? Well, there's that. I've only played Crash 1 and 2, so I actually, on my list of things to do, at some point in the next couple of months on the stream, I do want to play through Crash 3. And I've only played, okay, all right. I've only played the first Spyro, so I do want to play Spyro 2 and 3. So I feel like it's unfair of me to make that judgment before I've played all of the above to fully make an educated educated assessment of the situation here. But yeah, I don't know. I do kind of feel like Spyro is more my thing. Personally. But I do like Crash. Look at that. Ah. All right, let's do that. Let us do that, shall we? Where's the super? Let's save, because I don't want to do it dumb, please. Yep. Kablam! All right. Okay, I don't know where we're going. Frick. Dadgummit. Why did a guy do that? Why did a guy do that? I would love to know why actually a guy did that. I would love to know what went through a guy's brain when he did that. Huh. That wasn't what we wanted. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Hang on. Let me just go down there. Take a gander. See if I can see where the heckin' Tekken I'm supposed to go. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is over there. Do I need to go all the way over there? I don't actually know where I'm going. Whoop. What did he say? Did he just say something generic? Okay. Great. Love that. Love it when they tell me exactly what to do. Okay. Okay, I'm assuming this is where I was supposed to go. Because there is, in fact, a dragon over here that I have not released from Oblivion, so that's good. That's great. Gotta love that. You're welcome! Ah! Sometimes you just trip over mushrooms. Alright, hold up. Everybody calm down. Yep. Up, up, and away. Great. Got him. Straight up got. Whoop. Okay. See what's up here. Hopefully something good. Yes, we've got 2 Chaos Emeralds in the process. That's great. What a blessing from the high heavens. Okay, let's do this. This is definitely the move. Yep, that was the move. Can confirm. Yep. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Take me away! Do not touch. Some of that. Okay. Progress is being made in this video game. That's what I like to see. Okay. What in the actual H are these fat things that are trying to slay me? Everybody calm down. Cool yourselves. Okay, how? Oh, over here. Wow. Really? What? I don't know what just flanked me, but it was not pleasant. Okay. Get out of here. Yep. Yep. Fantastic. The question is how to get up there, though. It's the question at hand. Will they take me up there, I wonder? They will indeed. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa. It was almost chaos. Okay. We done did the do. We done did the do. Did we? Oh, wait. How, what? We're missing a dragon. Where the heck was the dragon? I thought we got 3. Take me away to the land of the dingus, indeed. Indeed. Let's see. I don't think I ever used this one, maybe? Oh, it's over there. There. Yeah. Great. Phenomenal. Love that. Gotta love that. Okay. Progress is being made, I believe. Get out of here. Do not touch me with those. Okay. It's fine. I know there was a song about Dreamweaver. Like, hold up. Dreamweaver, like the software, or Dreamweaver something else? What the heck? Literally a cat hair just levitated before my eyes and landed on my nose. The famous Grimaldo, what is going on? How is it going? It's so unbelievably great to see you here on this day of the week. Yep. Put me in, coach. All right. All right, let's get out of here. Wait, was that what we wanted? That's not what we wanted. How to remove thyself from this situation. Okay. Interesting. So what's everybody playing right now? Anybody playing anything cool? Watching anything cool? Consuming anything cool? Gary Wright. So last week I mentioned that I beat the game that I've been playing forever for the past several months, and that is Terminator 2D No Fate. So I beat that. And I have been off and on playing Doom 2016, like literally off and on since 2016. I played it on PC for a while, and then I just switched to the PlayStation version, the PS4 version, last year for no reason whatsoever, other than I just desired to do that. So I wanted to play it on PS5, so that's what I did. So yes, I started over. So I'm about, I think about like 70% through the game, like 65-70% through the game. So that's what I'm playing now. Nothing new. I have not bought the new Resident Evil yet. I have not. Like I said, I was not going to. I was not going to until I actually was ready to play it. So still holding out for that. I think the next game I'm going to play, though, is Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. So, yeah, that'll probably be the next game I play after Doom 2016. I'm watching/listening to this and playing Bloodborne. Nice. How is Bloodborne? I've heard good things about Bloodborne, but I have not played Bloodborne. I've almost bought it several times because it's never any more than, $20 or something like that. So at some point I'll pull the trigger and I'll do the nasty, if you will. But I have not done so yet. Going this way. Need to finish Metroid Prime Remaster. Already have it on a Switch to it and never finished beating it. Yeah, I've actually never played the original. So yeah, I for the longest time I thought I want to play it on original hardware. Like I want to play it on GameCube, and that's what I've been planning on doing for the longest time. But my wife gave it to me for Valentine's Day, the remastered one. So it's like, well, okay, I guess I'm gonna play that. Because I got a GameCube controller, like the Switch GameCube controller, when I was at the Nintendo store in New York late last year. I got the GameCube controller there. I got it for other purposes, but yeah, I was like, well, okay. It's like the perfect setup to play Metroid Prime Remastered, so. Like it more than Dark Souls. That's sweet. Well, that's cool. That's good to hear. Funny story. Funny, riveting tale beyond all belief. I have not played any of those games. Not a single one of them. I've heard stories. I've heard tales. So at some point, maybe, I'm not sure which one is the best one to play first. I've heard a lot of people say very, very different things about all that, but yeah, at some point I'll dive into one of them. Not sure which one I'll play first, but yeah. Actually, I've heard several people recommend playing Bloodborne first. My GameCube controller for the Switch 2 order is on the... Nice! Very, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I'm looking forward to playing it. The reason why I got the controller was because I got there's a GameCube what is it called? There's this whole thing. It's like a blue. I forgot what it's called. I cannot remember the name of this thing. It's Laser Bear Industries sells it, and it replaces the controller ports on the original GameCube, so you can sync Bluetooth controllers to the different ports. So you can plug controllers in and use it like normal, or you can sync a controller to the port, and then that works with that port. So I got one of those, and I got the Switch GameCube controller to use with that. But it's kind of a double whammy because now I can use it on the actual Switch, and I do actually have an 8-bit DOE modded GameCube controller for wireless for the same purpose. So, Blue Retro, yes, Will, thank you. I knew it was Blue something. I don't know why it just completely left my brain what it was. Blue Retro, yes. Heard Nintendo also recently put the GameCube on its... Yes, they did. Yes. Yeah, I think you have to have whatever the highest tier of the online service is to play a GameCube, which I do not have. But yeah, they did in fact add that. So that's cool. Did I respond to everything? Oh, no. Getting more into Bomberman recently. So what Bombermans are you playing? I'll say this: the hardest one you play is the first one. Nice. Yeah, we played Bomberman 64 on the stream last November. We played it for one stream. We didn't finish it. And I've actually gone back to it a couple of times since then, and I really do want to finish it. So I do really like Bomberman 64. I also have Bomberman Hero. I've never beaten Bomberman Hero. I'd like to beat that at some point. Non-soundly, but I do hope to get the collection they put out for the SNES Super Bomberman games. Oh, I actually didn't know that they put out a collection for that. That's cool. The Saturn Bomberman is also very good. It's cool because it's like traditional Bomberman style, like puzzly kind of, you know, arcade like, but it has like some anime kind of cutscene, anime FMV kind of action going on. So it's a good one. But yeah, I really want to return to Bomberman 64 at some point. And I've never played, what is it? The sequel. Bomberman Second Attack, I think. The sequel to Bomberman 64. Which is like a $300 freaking game. Which is crazy. I don't know why. The N64 level 2. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I have the, whatever the base Nintendo Online packages, so yeah, I don't really do the retro stuff on the Switch. I love that that's an option for people to enjoy those games, but I usually like to just kind of use original hardware for that kind of stuff. Frick. Plus the Virtual Boy. Yes, they did in fact add the Virtual Boy because they came out with a freaking full-on, basically a Virtual Boy shell that you slide the Switch into, and you can play Virtual Boy games on there. The Virtual Boy itself is I talked about this last week, but I got I think it's comical because that thing flopped and gave you it's funny because I got a Virtual Boy 2 years ago, and last week I talked about, I think it was last week or the week before maybe, I talked about the flash cartridge that I got for it. So you load up a bunch of ROMs on it, and then you can, you know, play. You basically, when you turn the thing on, you see a menu, and then you can select what game you want to play. Yes, I do collect games, but I'm kind of more into the hardware aspect of the whole thing. So, frick. Oh, there we go. For me, I didn't really have any interest in collecting Virtual Boy games. I kind of just wanted the hardware to play. So, I got the flash cartridge for the Virtual Boy, and I'm awaiting on an adapter to come in. So basically, the way the Virtual Boy works is the controller. Let me just show you guys, since we're just chatting here. One moment.
On April 8th, 2024, Michael K said, "Wake up, sheep. Get excited."
Wow, there's chaos all over my desk right now. Anyway, so the way the Virtual Boy works is you got the controller, that plugs into it, but the thing is actually powered from the back of the controller. So this is like a AA attachment here that you put 100 AA's in this, and then you click it on there, and then this is what's actually powering the console. There's also back in the day, you could get an attachment that lets this plug into the wall, and you could play it that way. Or nowadays, there's an adapter that you can get that's just powered via USB-C. So I ordered one of those. But yeah, so the Virtual Boy, it's interesting because, obviously it's very, it's kind of whack. There's no real comfortable way to play this thing because you're sitting here like, there's actually, I saw somebody made like a tripod attachment for it, so you can put this on like a camera tripod. That's probably the most comfortable way to play this thing. I might need to look into that. It may be some kind of 3D printable thing. But yeah, so anyway, the Virtual Boy is interesting if you've never actually used one before. I know, everybody kind of talks about all the craziness that is how how it destroys your eyes. But it actually has an insanely crisp display on the inside of it. Like, it actually looks very, very nice. It's very, very crisp. And the stereo sound is actually very well done because, like, obviously, it has two speakers by your ears when you're playing it. And so, like, it's actually, I mean, how do I say this? It's not the most pleasant experience in the world, but I think there's definitely some things about it that are just garbage, but I think, like, there's actually some really cool ways that they did some things with it. The stereo sound is good. The display, even though it's all red and it melts your eyes, it is very crisp, and it has a very, very nice look to it. So if you ever have the chance to mess around with a Virtual Boy, I highly recommend it, actually, unironically, because it's definitely one of those things you can't really emulate, right? And I don't know how well how good the Switch one, with all that emulation stuff looks. I'd be curious to see that and kind of compare it. If it is like, I'm assuming it is probably 3D and does something with the shell that they have and whatever, but the shell is literally this, but it just has no guts or anything. So a good way I've seen it is lying down. I could definitely see that. Ratchet strap around the head. Yes. Yes, for sure. But yeah, this is one of those things that's just, it's very interesting. I obviously can't see myself sitting here playing this for 5 hours at a time. I would probably go blind. But it's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty cool, pretty cool gimmicky thing. Let's put it that way. So anyway, where's the video game? I almost destroyed my Nokia N-Gage, and I would have been very wounded about it. Also been getting back into Mega Man recently. Got the Legacy Collection, beat Mega Man 10 last. Oh, nice. I don't think I've actually beaten Mega Man 10 now that you say that. That's, yeah. That's cool, though. I don't know what my favorite... Definitely my favorite Mega Man game, period, if we're including the X games, is Mega Man X4. That's actually one of my favorite games of all time, too. But if we're just thinking about like traditional Mega Man games, I for the longest time I said my favorite was 3, but I like 6. I think 6 is probably my favorite, and I know a lot of people aren't wild about 6, but it's just like, I feel like it's kind of like the perfect evolution of the NES era Mega Man games. And also really like 8. I had a ton of fun playing 8 when I was a kid. Even though the voice acting is interesting. Honestly, my two favorite Mega Man characters, including X and 0, are Dustman from 4 and Vile from X1. Oh, nice. That's cool. Vile is cool. Oh, motherless. Dr. Wawi. Yeah, I can't get over that. I cannot get over that they were literally like, they did the voice recording, like literally, you know, there were multiple people involved in this, right? Like there had to have been. And they heard that voice acting, and they just Like, bro probably walked in there, did it once, and they're like, yep, that's it. Send it, ship it. I don't know. I just don't know. Can I run into this? Does it do anything if I run into this? No. Can I? No. Okay. Wishful thinking, I suppose. Come on now. Come over here. Freaking fairy man! What news did I not hear? Ah! Woo! Mega Man. Yes, I did in fact see that. Yes. I'm all in for that. Mega Man historically has been one of my favorite franchises my whole life, so I'm definitely looking forward to some new Mega Man. I did beat Mega Man 11 when that came out. I haven't beaten 7 though. I do own 7. So I was actually planning on playing that on stream at some point. I do quite enjoy playing the Mega Man games on stream, even though they can be a little stressful from time to time. Okay. Watch out for flying boxes. Got it. Nailed it. The audio's a bit quiet. Okay. I'll bump it up a hair. Is this the boss? I'm assuming. Yeah, this game's... I feel like audio in this game is a little interesting. It's like kind of a little difficult to understand. Yeah, exactly, Real Everyman. That's kind of what the game sounds like. It's not super crisp. Are we fighting? Are we fighting? No. Oh, it's just a chase. Okay. Oh my goodness. Frick! Dadgummit. Okay, well, I survived. I lived to fight another day. Look at that. Look at that. No. Right into the lava. Straight up, right into the lava. Okay, just watch out for the boxes. And no, none of that. What in the freaking... Oh my goodness gracious! Got Donkey Kong Bonanza recently and somehow beat the main story in a span of 48 hours. I loved that game. I feel like... Dadgummit? These freaking boxes in my face? I feel like, you know, kind of... No spoilers or anything, but... I feel like whenever the kind of... The shift... Dadgummit? I cannot video game. Whenever the shift happens, you know, kind of like 65% of the way through the game or whatever, 70% of the way through the game. I feel like that kind of took it up a notch, and I wish more of the game was like that. But I did quite enjoy that game. It made me want to play Donkey Kong 64 again. But I feel like it was just very well done. And they did like a really good job of translating some things from the Donkey Kong Country series into that game. Okay, so I gotta do both of these bros at the same time here. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Farts! Oh my goodness! What do I think of Dragon Ball? My relationship with Dragon Ball is really just Dragon Ball Z. And I watched it. I watched it after school when I was a kid. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm also very amused at how like an entire episode can basically be like, 5 seconds of a battle. What am I doing? With everybody like charging up and like flashing around to all the different storylines and things that are happening. I love that. Frick. I almost, a few years back, I almost started just like watching Dragon Ball Z from the beginning and just watching the whole thing. Because I know I have not seen the entirety of the series, but I've seen a good bit of it. I saw... Let's see, what have I seen? I've seen what's it? I've seen the Frieza saga, Cell, and Vegeta. I think that's all I've seen. Am I not in a good place to survive here or something? There we go. That would be correct. Yes. Dead. Gah! Okay. This is fine. We gotta stop being a fool here. That was almost not good. Some of that. Where'd these bros go? Frick. Ooh, piece of candy. Hey, look at that. Look at all that. All right. What you gonna do now, fairy boys? Frick. There it is. Got him. I don't Where actually am I going? Have I just done a done? Woo! Look at that. Remember, Dragon Ball, from what I've seen, is more of Z that has one thing of GT in it. Nice. That's cool. I'll have to look that up. I had not heard of that. I don't really follow Dragon Ball stuff a whole lot, so but that's cool. Let's do a save. Even though I guess I didn't really get anything to save other than a key. Smiley face. Do not throw your boxes at my face. Yep, just like that. Wait, did I miss a chest? Did I just, like, walk past a chest? Am I a dingus? Is it, in fact, the land of the dingus? Where the heck was the chest that I just walked by? Good grief. I'm, like, talking about how I have a key, and then I did not freaking open the chest. What is going on, Emmanuel? How is it going? It's so great to see you. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. I just literally looked at this chest, talking about my key, and did nothing about it. Son! You diabolical monster. Okay. I'm done fluffing around here. Yeah. Eat that. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Will, for archiving that enormous fail for all of eternity. I appreciate that. Yeah, take that, eat it. Boom.
On December 30th, 2024, Michael K. said, "Put me in there, freak."
How are we looking on? Wow, we are missing one entire dragon friend. So total in this world so far, we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons. Kwamikaze, how's it going? It's so great to see you on this day of the week. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. The stream is going well. The stream is going well. We are making progress in this video game. Let's see. This was right by where that guy was to let us leave, right? So let's see. Let's see what the requirement is here. Hello, Ryden. How's it going? It's so good to see you. What is going on? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm tired of renting balloons. The fairies get all the good jobs. Come see me again when you have recovered 6,000. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I was about to be spirited away into oblivion if I only had 151 treasures and I needed 6,000. We were about to have to end the stream right here. I'm doing well, Lowriden. I appreciate. Thanks for asking. Frick. Cold take. I hate money bags. Please explain. You hate bags that are full of money, or or what? But I guess if it's a cold take, then it's not hot. You know what I'm saying? Rage quit averted. But, you know, we can at least get a game over in there here and there. Yes. Great. I'm all the way back here. How many of these dinguses? Okay. There we go. 6,000 buried treasures. There's a bear character in the later games that charges you money. Oh. Yikes. Have I... Oh, yeah, I have been in here. Okay. I remember earlier walking by that dark passage area, and I couldn't remember if I had actually gone in there or not. Okay. Yep, gotta love it. Consider yourself consumed, butterfly. All right. Let's get out of here. Hope you know what lies ahead of you. Not the most friendly place you'll find. Let's go. Yeah. It's good. All right. Okay. Cyberspace, I'm going to take a very quick break here. After I murder this rat, I guess. Just murdering rats left and right. And we're going to rescue this dragon. Yeah, it's like not only are there no subtitles, but the dialogue is a little difficult to understand. Unless you're like really listening. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. Okay, for real though. I will BRB very quickly. Don't nobody go nowhere. I almost ended the stream. Let's not do that.
Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights. You got me alone. You found me. You found me. You found me. I guess you didn't care, and I guess I liked that. And when I fell hard, you took a step back. Without me. Without me. Without me. It's long gone when he's next to me, and I realize the blame is on me. 'Cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in, so shame on me now. Flew me to places I'd never been, till you put me down. Oh, I knew you were trouble when you walked in, so shame on me now. Flew me to places I'd never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. 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 No apologies, he'll never see you cry. Pretend he doesn't know that he's the reason why you're drowning, you're drowning, you're drowning. Now I heard you moved on from whispers on the streets. A new notch in your belt is all I'll ever be. And now I see, now I see, now I see. He was lost. happening that you never loved me or her or anyone or anything or anyone or anything.
Okay. Okay. So where the song should not hit this hard, my favorite NK cover is Sonic Boom, but this one and GoldenEye win for creativity of the final product for sure. I appreciate that, Will. I quite appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that version of the song. Yeah, that cover, that is actually, it's interesting because it's a cover of a cover. That song is a metal cover of a Nightcore version of I Knew Your Trouble by I think DJ Nightcore. Pretty sure DJ Nightcore was the artist on that one. But yeah, it's a cover of a cover. I knew you were trouble. Although that part at the end is original. Low riding, yeah, I did when I probably the first 2 years of the channel. There's a lot of stuff on here that's not necessarily like geek culture related. I was just kind of trying a bunch of different things, and it turned out that, you know, the video game stuff, who knew, is the stuff that that worked the best and was the most popular, and I'm okay with that. Oh, get in there. Look at that. That's how you actually do the do. Easy. Easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kabloo! Look at that. Video games, guys. I almost ran into that TNT barrel. It's how you just Scooby the Dooby Doo. You're not wrong. You are not wrong in the slightest. Frick. I exploded his shirt off, apparently. Whoa, you're there. Yeah, I and his trousers. For sure. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa, 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 whoa. The camera, the camera, the camera. Whoa, the camera. Oh, the camera! And we're back. Okay, great. What is happening? That's not what a guy wanted. That's not what a guy wanted. I was tricked. I was bamboozled. Yeah, they were still trying to figure out the camera situation back in this time period. Definitely the move was to give the player complete control of the camera with the right thumbstick, but it took them a long time to figure that out. All right. We're scanning the scene in the city tonight. I was smushed. Yep, in the rear. Whoa! Look at that. Ah! Oh, the water! There's no mercy. There's no mercy in this video game when you fall in the water like that. It's like you're committed to death at that point.
The current DSI count is 726. This is the first of the day. Your controller must be haunted.
It's not haunted that I know of, but I have had some issues. Not going to blame that on those issues, though. Ren, what is going on? How's it going? So good to see you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week. Okay. Glide from this area to the other area over there. Like here to over there. I believe, actually, I tried to do that initially, and I failed miserably. I think that was one of the first things I tried to do. It was not good. Dadgummit. Yep. Dadgummit, farts all over my chest. Okay. Got him. All right, and we're back to the scene of the crime. I just tried to move the camera with the right thumbstick. I was talking about it so much. Actually, I have not had many issues with the camera at all this entire game until just now, since I started thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. 61. All right. All right.
On December 23rd, 2025, Michael K. said, "Ink is being shot at my face."
I do, in fact, agree that the dragon names are creative. 100%. Appreciate that. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. Look at that. Look at all that. We are so skilled at this video game. It's like the floor is made out of giant Legos, and I appreciate that. I know I've said this 100 times at this point, but I just love in this PlayStation 32-bit era of video gaming how you're walking around and like the textures are just warping all over the place. I love that. There's just something so, I don't know, so endearing to me about that. Okay, dragonfly. Yeah. Consume that butterfly. Oh, is that butterfly still over here? No, the butterfly's gone. Wow, I was touched by the leftover flame, so that's great. Son, what? Bro, I totally pressed the jump button again. Do not fight me. Do not even begin to fight me. No. I got too hot and heavy. I just got a little too hot and heavy there. Okay. Whoop. Some of that. Some of that action. Perfection. Out of curiosity, I don't remember asking what's this game about. Yeah, I mean, basically, you're just trying to rescue all these dragons who have been captured by the big bad. The big nasty, if you will. Can I do this? The answer's no. The answer's no. The answer's no. Whoop. Alright, I guess that doesn't work. It's fine. Seems fine. All right. Uh-huh. Oh, and we got an extra life. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yep, take that. Oh, hey, oh, okay. Almost chaos. Okay, I was touched. That'll do. What? Dragon looks like a mix of Spike from My Little Pony and Squirt from Mike the Knight. I do not know. What is Mike the Knight? I don't think I've heard of that. Heard hi-ho and immediately thought of... That's exactly where my brain is with that. Do not touch me with that wrench. Do not touch me. Hey! Mike the Night was a kid show that played on Nick June. Oh, nice. I've never heard of that. Triple kill indeed. That was very satisfying. I always love the domino kills like that. Oh, frick. Okay. Take it. Oh! Look at that. Naughty by nature. Yep. Okay. Do I jump on top? Sun fart! I was robbed of that. I was fully robbed of that. Kablam! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Still listen to the 90s and early 2K hip-hop. It's a great era. If I'm not listening to that, it's 90s pop. I'm here for it. You appreciate the choir. I get it. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, take it. Take it in your front. Look at that. Okay. Oh, sorry, rat. My bad. It was not fully intentional. No, we've already done this. Okay, let's try not to do it dumb here. I don't know if I can... Let's see. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fully fine. Boom. Yep. Look at that. Got him. Straight up got. Okay, so what? Okay, so we've gotten all of the dragons in here, so that's good. Mission successful. All right, let's get on out of here. Yeah. Which soundtrack of Sonic CD do you prefer? The Japanese, Europe, or US version of the creepy boss track? So that's an interesting question because it's funny because I grew up with the US one. That's the one I played, and historically, that's kind of the soundtrack that I preferred. But we played through Sonic Origins last year, about a year ago, and played through it with the Japanese soundtrack. And I do like the Japanese soundtrack. I do. I have nostalgia for the. Let me put it this way: I have nostalgia for the U.S. soundtrack, but I do like the music of the Japanese soundtrack better. But I do like Sonic Boom. I do like the U.S. theme better than the Japanese theme. Sonic Boom better than You Can Do Anything or Sonic Warrior or whatever you want to call it. Oh. Here we go. Been playing GTA again. I don't know what kind of music it has, but I think it has 90s rock. And it probably does. I actually have not. You've been playing GTA 5. I actually have played very small amount of GTA 5, and I freaking like almost 100% of GTA 4. I played the crap out of that game. And I played a good bit of GTA 3, but I've barely played any of 5. I played like maybe an hour of 5. I got it on sale for some. It was super cheap. I basically just got it on sale to play multiplayer with some friends. But I never played like the actual story or anything like that beyond like maybe an hour. San Andreas. I've played a bit of San Andreas, but I have not played a whole lot of San Andreas. I know that's a crime. Mainly because I play GTA 3 on PC. I feel like I talk about this at least once a week, but I was very late to the PlayStation party in general. I didn't get a PS1 until after the Dreamcast was discontinued. And so yeah, that, and then I didn't get a PS2 until I have no idea what year it was, but it was pretty late in the game, and so I didn't play any of the Grand Theft Auto games. I played. That being said, as an adult, I have played a little bit of Vice City, and I've played a little bit of San Andreas. But not a ton of those games, unfortunately. Mainly just 3 and 4. And I played the what is it? The PSP one, the Liberty City Stories, I think, or something like that. Played that a good bit. Used to play that. I got that when I was in the band in college, and we had like long road trips on the bus, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto on the bus, and then when I would get tired of that, I'd switch over to. I had I think it was the entire first season of Family Guy on PSP, like the UMD collection of Family Guy. The 90s music was not super innovative, but the culture was something else. House parties, field parties, parking lot. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know what it was. Just the vibe. Just the vibe. GTA game. Yeah, they are definitely long. I had a lot of fun with 4 though. That was definitely the one that I've had the most time with. It was just I played 4 when I was in college, and it was just a good time of my life where I didn't have I didn't have a whole lot going on. I mean, I definitely was like busy with school, and I did band in college, and I was definitely very, very busy with a lot of extracurricular things, but I also stayed up way too late playing video games. So that's kind of where the Grand Theft Auto thing came from. I like that the bullets are these are so giant like that, just giant shapes. GTA 5 is 12 or 13 hours minimum. I'd be curious to know exactly how long it takes to beat the main story in that game. Let me look. Let me take a gander. How long to beat.com. I feel like I visit this site at least once a week, usually on this stream. Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay. Main story is 32 hours. So that is an average of submitted times for the main story. So anybody that's just beaten the game. So that's like people who knew exactly what to do and other people who did not know what to do, and they were just kind of exploring and whatever. So I would say probably, like, if you're really messing around and stuff, you're probably like, more like 40, 45 hours long or something like that. Main plus extra is 51 and a half hours long. So that's, That's probably pretty significant. That's probably about what it would be. And then completionist would be like if you 100% of the game, the average is 88 and a half hours. So that's pretty beefy. That's a pretty beefy video game. One of my favorite things was calling home from a payphone somewhere, but calling collect. You have a call from, "Hi mom, I'm going to Joe's. Be home by 1. Do you accept the charge?" Love that. I actually never had to do that. Growing up, my mom picked me up. Like we didn't have buses at my school, so you're welcome, my brother. So my mom picked me up from school. So it was always like one of these things where my mom would show up to pick me up. I don't know why she was always totally okay with this. My mom showed up to pick me up from school, and then my best friend and I decided that we were going to hang out after school that day. And then we'd say, "Oh, can I go over and do the thing, please?" And then so, I'd go over there, bro. And then she'd pick me up at like 5:30 from their house. And looking back on it, like as fast as time flies, I like barely had any time to do much of anything over there. By the time like we got there, I guess school. I'm trying to remember when school let out in elementary school. Probably like, I feel like it had to be like 3. Or it could have been like 2:30 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But realistically, I was only over there playing for like 2 hours or something like that. End up going to bed at 2 a.m. every night. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I would fully decease. I would levitate from this plane of existence. Fully. I missed what you said, Paul. There's a lot of memories connected to mainstream 90s music. Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. Do I touch this in some way with... Look at that. Oh, yeah. Not sure what the purpose of that is. Sure, this will come into play later on in the story, probably. Or better known as... better known as Second PM. Yes, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with this. Bro, my brother. Those bird-looking things look like they're wearing boxers. They do, in fact. Can confirm. Did I just get shot? Multiple times? I feel like in the last 2 worlds, this game has gotten really aggressive. Busting out the guns here in the last world. I need to start drinking my water again. I do too, now that you say that. Tea is gone. Switching to water. Ugh. Let's do a Savvy McSaver pants. Freaking throwing grenades. Yeah, get out of here. Yep, just like that. Whoa! Forgot that those guys just straight up aim at you and do the do. Okay. Spyro. Let's try that again, please. I like how that Chaos Emerald was just left there, just chilling for me to grab at some point in the future. I appreciate that. Mega appreciations. Do not you dare. He in fact dared. Na, 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 na. Yep. Look at that. Up, up, and away. You can do it! I appreciate that. I appreciate that. No. Okay. Frick. Frick. Yep. I just like how you get extra health in this game is you just murder the little critters that are hopping around.
Will just donated $5 and said, got to jump off for the night. I'll leave you with a few great things from the 90s. Slap bracelets, trapper keepers, Furbies, neon windbreakers.
Yes, 100% that. Will, I greatly, greatly appreciate that super chat, that donation, that dono. I appreciate that, and I appreciate those little nostalgic nuggets there. But yeah, mega appreciations for flying through cyberspace from me to you right now as we speak. Won't be able to participate with y'all next week. Be out of town. All good. Hopefully you're doing something cool and you get to relax. And if you're not doing something cool, hopefully you still get to relax a little bit at some point in the process. Hopefully. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening and a fantastic rest of your week and a fantastic trip. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you very, very soon in this corner of cyberspace. Whoa! And that's not what a guy wants. That's not what a guy wants. Not cool work meetings. Rip-a-roni. Well, hopefully you get like at least one cool hour out of it. At least one. Just one. Do not you dare! Then there's this guy. The same guy that slayed me before. Boom. Got him. Straight up got. Why? Why? At least we have 4 lives left. Get out of here. Yep. Which way did I go last time? Oh. Whoop. All right, I see how this is going to be. Wow, really? He just took my dragonfly away from me. Woo. Yep. That'll do. Got him. Hey, look at that. Did I get all the dragons? Oh, I did. Okay, sweet. I didn't even realize I got all the dragons. Fantastic. Gotta love that. Gotta love it when all the dragons have been retrieved. It's getting a little hot in these rhinos here. Did anybody see that the rhino from Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls was up for auction? I don't know if it's been completed, but it may still be up. But there is a pretty cool video. Let me I'll post it in the chats here. One moment, please. Do. What the heck? Why am I getting all these Discovery Channel things? Ace Ventura Rhino. There we go. Share, please. Copy, please. Paste, please. There we go. Yeah, so this is Adam Savage from Mythbusters. So, you know, he's done a lot with like movie props and stuff like that. And so a lot of times he'll do this thing where he'll I think it's the same warehouse, but whenever some of these movie props go up for auction, he'll go and check them out and see how they you know, just kind of what they look like in person and all that stuff. And so the Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls rhino, you know, that Jim Carrey was inside of, the infamous rhino, was there, and it's pretty cool because it opens up and you can see where he would have sat, and it actually has like the bee hole in the back, you know, where he like climbed out of, and it's pretty cool to see in person. So if you like Ace Ventura, then I recommend you take a gander at that video there. It's pretty cool. I always like seeing movie props, you know, not in the movie, because inevitably they have like cut corners and done some things in an effort to just, you know, get the thing functional and get it working, getting it good enough for film, basically. And so a lot of times there are like missing details and different things, or maybe like only one side of the thing is done, or, you know, whatever, stuff like that. So I'm very interested in like the movie prop thing. I don't know why I'm so interested in that, but it's just always interesting for me to see the behind the scenes of how they made movies and stuff back when they used to do a lot of practical effects and that kind of thing, and it wasn't just all freaking CG all over the place, you know. Oh, mother. But I've always loved robotics and like animatronics and all that kind of stuff. There we go. Whoop. Okay, what are we doing here? Do we do this? I think the answer is yes. Don't mind me as I collect all of these Chaos Emeralds here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's try this again. A little more aggressive this time, though. Frick. Ah! There it is. Let's see. Is there another door? I don't think it was that one. Okay. I think he ran away. He done skedaddled. Yeah, you better run. I was talking about this, I think, a couple streams ago, but I don't know where exactly it does it, but this game did the thing where if you were playing a burned copy of the game and you were able to get it to boot, and I don't know how, there was some technical way that it knows this, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But the game knows that you're playing like a burned copy of the game. And so it lets you get to the final boss, and then it actually stops the game before you're able to complete it. And it lets you know that you're playing a pirated copy of the game, and won't let you beat the game. But it lets you get almost to the end before it punishes you like that. So I thought that was pretty funny. Shh! Whoa! Am I supposed to chase him like this? Is this what a dragon is to do? Whew. I appreciate how tight Spyro can turn. Like, I honestly wouldn't expect him to be able to control, to handle as well as he does. Yeah. Woo! Oh! Oh, that is the worst. That is the freaking worst. Oh, are you serious? Oh my good gravy pants. Holy snickerdoodles. Oh, look at that. What's the point of letting someone know it's a pirated copy at the end of the game? It is kind of weird that they let you get all the way to the end like that before they punish you, but I think it's just kind of like a last like kick in the nether regions there, like because obviously, you know, if somebody's gonna play the whole game and they want to beat the game, and they get to the final boss like that, and they can't beat the game, so I would imagine that's rather frustrating. I feel like that would be frustrating if you have fully committed to beating the game, and then suddenly the game at the very end will not let you do the thing. Oh. Oh! Why did he stop there? All right, I'm not too far behind. Not too far behind. We can still do this. For him to be as small as he is, he better control well. It's interesting because when you're just kind of walking around, he does control a little... It kind of feels like you're steering him around. So it does take a minute to get used to the way it feels to control. But it makes a lot of sense. Dadgummit. To quote Michael Scott, nope, don't like that in regards to the... Oh, no! In regards to the burnt cop. Frick. Yep, I'm so fast. I'm the fastest dragon imaginable. Fight me. Down, 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 down. Woo! Yep. Bro, I thought he just took the key with him into the abyss there. Like, game-breaking bug right there. Whoop, whoop. All right. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is serious business now. Wow, I almost fell off and deceased again. Shh. Ho, ho, ho. The day was saved. That could have been a lot worse. Oh! Oh! I do think the key is to run past him a little bit. I don't know, that first time I hit him, it wasn't... I think I was just, like, really close up behind him. I mean, I'm assuming this is how you attack him. I don't know if there's something else you can do, possibly. Dadgummit, really? I think you just got to stay as close as possible here. That was close. I almost did a dumb. Did a straight up dumb. There we go. Got him. Okay. Frick. Okay. Nobody mess up. Well, I almost messed up. Woo! That is a close one there. Oh, frick! Oh, frick! Oh, no! I didn't even realize we were being timed. Oh, my goodness. Yep. I'm fast. I'm a dragon. Fight me. This level's like the little engine that could. I used to love that book when I was a kid. One of my faves. One of my go-tos. Come on now. Come on now. Do not you dare rob me of this freaking victory. I sweaty goat! Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta jump at him. I wonder if I have to, like, do a running, whoa. A running situation. Woo! Okay. Saw the movie. I actually did not know there was a movie. But of course there is. Of course there is. I like this organ. Okay. Yep. All right, gotta go, gotta go. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, did good. Ugh. Okay, hold up. There's got to be... Hang on. Hang on. I gotta practice something here. Whoop. I jumped right over the key. So I do let go. The problem with this boss is it's one of those bosses where you have to redo literally the entire thing if you decease. Yep. One of those bosses. I kind of think the franchise is forgotten. Probably. Although the reason why I was thinking about this the other day is I saw that book in at Target. So the original, you know, like a reprint of the original book is at Target. So that's cool. I appreciate that. Oh, whatever, bro. No, 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 no. I just love how this big bad boss is just running from me. Just running. Just fleeing the scene. Oh, frick! Alright, over it. Whoop. Music sounds like someone dying. Oh, freaking heck. Come on now. Oh! Oh. Interesting how sometimes he sounds like he's right up on you and then he's like, you know, not. There it is. There it is. Oh. Yep. Yep. Don't nobody freak out. Yep. Take it. Take it. Woo! Good grief.
Boom shakalaka!
Mostly. The sky's the limit. I just feel like every single like mascot character in the 90s, like early 2000s talked like that in video games. We did it! We did it! I was honestly expecting to need at least one more stream to beat this game. But I feel like we made pretty good time. This is my first time hearing him talk. Yeah, he is. He's quite the voice. So let's see. Insomniac Games, pretty good developer. What else did they go on to make? Insomniac Games. So most recently, they are the ones that they made the Spider-Man games, the newer Spider-Man games. It's okay. So Ratchet and Clank, which has very similar voicing to this. That new Wolverine game that's going to come out, that's an Insomniac game. Let's see. See, do they have a full list here? Okay. So yeah, Spyro 1, 2, and 3 on PS1. The Ratchet and Clank series, which I love that. I have not played all of those games. So I definitely like to play all of them. But I've played the first one. I've played the remake of the first one on PS4, and I've played the newest one. But I haven't played like Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal and all that stuff. I thought the modern Spider-Man games were made by Sony. So it's like Insomniac is basically like they make Sony games. They make Sony exclusive games, but with the modern stuff, there's the whole thing of no sheep were harmed. With the Sonys, they do like timed exclusives, and I don't know if like the most recent Spider-Man games that have come out have been this way, if they've been timed exclusives or not. But yeah, they have historically. Oh wait, we got one more bit of business to tend to here. Let's grab this. Rescued Magnus. Woof. Yeah, that is not happening this evening. All right, let's do a Savey McSaberson here. Huh. Cool. Okay. Boom. Yeah, so all the Ratchet and Clank games here, the Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance games, I have not played any of those. That was PS3. Yeah, these are PS3 games. So there's so many Ratchet and Clank games. So many. And then got Sunset Overdrive here. That was a good one. Spider-Man. What else we got? Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, and most recently working on Wolverine. Is this a setup for a sequel? I don't know if it has a setup for a sequel. There are, if you scroll back over here, there are 2 other Spyro games on the PS1. So we're not going to play those right now, but I would like to play those at some point. So those are on the list. I'd really like to see how they compare to the first one. But still haven't seen the Ratchet and Clank movie. I haven't seen it either. Yeah, I was going to see it, and then I just didn't. So there's that. But I did enjoy the game that came out at the same time as that movie. The remake of the first game is very well done. And actually, I played that remake not long after I played the original one on PS2. So it was pretty cool to see a lot of the differences. It was kind of the same experience of I played the original Final Fantasy VII right before I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it was a pretty cool experience to do that. So anyway, so next week, what are we doing? We're playing a video game, a video game known as Cuphead. We're gonna start that adventure. So that's my plan is to dive into that. and hopefully I don't lose my mind and all that stuff. Elle really wants me to be done streaming. It's time for the 9 p.m. snack. Bye. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do Cuphead starting next week. I really want to beat that. I'm not sure. Let me see. How long to beat is Cuphead? And I have no doubt that it's going to be quite an experience for the whole family. So the main story is about 10 and a half hours. I mean, it's probably it's definitely probably going to take like 4 streams to do that, just because reasons. So yeah. Anyway, where's my button? There's my button. Anyway, cyberspace. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey through Spyro on the original Sony PlayStation 1. Cuphead be like GTA, man. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. And I got nothing else. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will see you all very soon for some more MKTV. Deuces.